Since Halo 5 is just around the corner, I think we should ask ourselves one interesting question. Will Mendicant Bias be in Halo 5? Now, there's a lot of hints that he could be in Halo 5. I've talked about before about that giant wing-shaped structure, which is basically a guardian, which is not really a structure, almost like a moving fortress perhaps, but again we don't know yet because we haven't played the game, but anyway. From Halo Rebirth, the epilogue for Halo Silentium, we know that Mendicant Bias was buried in a tomb underneath the sand. Now, there's a lot of hints, at least from the very first teaser trailer for Halo 5, like a couple of years ago I think, that it could very well be that tomb. You know, the Guardian that flew out the sand, you know, and Master Chief has got that big cloak over his head, and then he sees this big bird-like thing appear from the sand. That could be the tomb which housed Mendicant Bias. It's a very, very good possibility. Maybe he's going to be the villain, maybe, you know, maybe not. Because, well, the only thing we do know for certain is that there's this Forerunner machine called the Warden Eternal. And I don't believe he's the main villain. I don't think so at all. I think he's almost like Tartarus in Halo 2, where he's like the henchman, or like the head henchman of the story. But I think that, considering the story seems to be building towards this great big threat on the horizon, which I personally think is the Precursors. I think the Precursors are going to return. But if not, then, well, you know, it's either going to be the Precursors or the Flood. But, well, if you've read the Forerunner saga, you'll know that the Flood and the Precursors are kind of the same thing, but anyway. So, if Mendicant Bias is perhaps not going to be the main villain of Halo 5, then perhaps he's going to be an ally. I mean, think about it. Think back to the terminals of Halo 3, where Mendicant Bias was seeking atonement, and he was trying to, in some ways, help the Master Chief. Now, here's an interesting idea for you. Since, well, spoilers, Cortana's dead, could Mendicant Bias take the place of Cortana? That's an interesting thought, really, isn't it? I mean, it's an interesting scenario. The Master Chief and his AI companion is Mendicant Bias, the AI who originally betrayed the Forerunners to the Flood, and now he wants to seek atonement. And what better way to seek atonement by helping the Master Chief? That's an interesting thought. I think that would be really cool if Mendicant Bias was almost a new Cortana. And I could see that happening. I mean, I doubt they'll do it personally, but I think if they did do it, it would be awesome. It'd be fantastic. So yeah, that's all I've really got to say about the matter. I've wanted to talk about this for a little while now, and yeah, hopefully Halo 5 Guardians will have Mendicant Bias, because quite frankly I think he needs an actual in-game appearance, because the only time he's really properly appeared is in the terminals. Saying that, there are, well, yeah, in the Halo 2 anniversary cutscenes he did have a small cameo segment, a very brief cameo segment in fact, but he's never really been given a presence in the video games. He has in the books, but not the video games. So hopefully in Halo 5 Guardians we'll see his true video game debut. Thank you very much for watching. I'll see you next time.